Take the ribbon from your hair, shake it loose and let it fall, blowing soft against your skin. Alright, Rick here. Well, it's been a couple of days since I worked on this, but I did some work yesterday and was going to film, and then all of a sudden a rainstorm blew up and it got really bad, so I didn't have time to do it. But you can see I've got some of the trusses up, and I'm going to show you here what I'm doing. So I better turn Dave Ramsey down. Probably some copyright thing there on that. So anyway, what I've done here is I've made a template, and you can see I wrote on it, so I didn't spell it right, but I wrote on it so I would know not to use this one till the last one. So basically this end is approximately 9 degrees, and that's because we have to that has to angle down, so the board, it can't fit in straight, it has to be like this. So so I've got that cut here, and then on this other end it has a notch. What's the value, even if they don't allow you roll, so that it'll set on our plate that we made across there, which we're not done with that plate yet. I'm gonna reinforce it some. The old plate was a 2x4, single 2x4. I doubled it up, but I'm also gonna put some plywood in with that and another piece of 2x4 underneath of it, so it's going to beef it up a little bit. It really doesn't need to be. I mean, there's no weight basically on that roof other than the metal down here, which will have some weight. And then of course if you get snow on it, you know, we don't get that much snow typically here, but I can remember a few years ago we had like 24 inches one night, and a lot of carports and things like this in our area fell in because they just weren't heavy duty enough to hold the weight. So I don't want that to happen. So that's kind of why I think the last time I talked to you guys, I was going to use the old 2x4s that they had put in here, and I just felt like that wasn't strong enough. So anyway, I went with the 2x6, doubled up my plate over here. So it's definitely built heavier than it was, and you know, it has been there a long time prior to that. So, but anyway, so what I'm going to do is lay this template up on here, and then we'll mark it. And we'll take a pencil, if I can find one, and we'll get it up here on the edge, and we'll mark this, and then we'll come up here, make sure it's lined up, and we'll mark that. By using a template like this, I mean, I could use my my little T-square thing here and cut each one of them at 9 degrees. But the thing is if I use a template, I know it's fairly square, so if I use a template, then each one of them will be fairly close to the same. But if I cut each one of them off the next one, pretty soon the whole mark will get smaller and smaller and change, because you're making a copy of a copy of a copy. This way I'm making a copy of the original one that I fitted. So I find that it works better that way. So anyway, okay, I'm going to get these cut, and then I'll get those hung. Now over here I wanted to kind of talk about, we did put hangers up here. You can see, let me zoom in a little. You see I did a double 2x4 across there since we went to a 2x6, and those are secured to the framing of the house. So the 2x4s that run up, and then there's one screw in the very top that it got tight, so I'm assuming it went into the plate, which is at the top there. So anyway, and then we've got those hangers up there, and then also over here, I don't know what happened to my camera here. I don't know what happened to the camera. I had to turn it off, turn it back on. But anyway, you can see here that I got, those are toe-nailed in on that plate up there. But they're also, I've got that hanger on there, so if there's any lift, like, you know, the wind lifts up, tries to lift that up, you know, we have it secured down here, and it's tapped on into the concrete, and here, if it tries to lift, it'll be against those metal hangers. So anyway, all right, show you more. Well, it's Rick here. Hey, getting ready to head back over to the Repo House and do some work there, 10th Street. But I know you're always seeing Spot in here and everything, but I don't know that I've ever introduced you to Derek. So I'll show you Derek here. Now Derek is standing in the seat. He refuses to sit down, but and he's got his puppy with him. And I'm not sure what his name is. We'll have to ask him if he's named him yet, but right now he's pouting. And of course, I don't think that's the way you're supposed to ride in the front seat of a van. But right now he's pouting, and so anyway, I digress. So we were going to work on the carport over there, but since it started raining, I think we'll work on installing some of the basement windows. So I'll show you more when we get there. Okay, well, let's try that again. Take the ribbon from your hair, shake it loose, let it fall, flowing soft against your skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side. Well, as I said, it's raining, so I got the rest of those trusses put up right before lunch, and I was gonna do a video on how we're gonna fill in here, and then I want to put the bracing across. You know, we got to put some bracing across here because now the thing is all sturdy up and down inside this way, but it wants to, you know, it's you can make it sway this way if you want to, so we've got to get our bracing put in. But I guess like I said a while ago, I guess we'll concentrate on putting some windows in this basement. Now, I haven't been down in here and filmed anything since we did the clean out, and I want to thank all the people that watched that video. We had almost 2,000 people look at that video, so that's awesome. So we got this place all cleaned up, but what we got to do is, through the years, these windows, this one's got a piece of plexiglass in it, and then you can see this window over here is boarded completely up. The frame is still in there, so I know it's kind of dark, you can't really see it, but there's a frame still in there, so that's got to be cut out. And then this window is the same way. The frame is still in there, but they've run some screws and boarded it up. And then we got one over here too. The only one that still has the original window that's intact is this one here, but I bought windows, new vinyl replacement windows for all of the windows down here, so that they'll all be new. And then so with that said, what I'll try to do is we'll start on one. Maybe we'll do this one here first, and I'll kind of show you the process. All right, show you more. Take tomorrow, Lord, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Now we got some light in here. That's like 31 and 5/8. And I don't remember when I ordered these windows 6 months ago, and I don't remember what reference point I measured off of. But whatever that is, we're going to have to make it work anyway, so that's what we'll do. We'll make it work. Now these windows are by American, and I'm not in any way trying to promote American windows. That's the brand name, by the way. But they are for a custom size built or a custom built vinyl framed window, non-insulated frame, double pane glass, no argon filled, and these do not have the UV protecting in them. So just basic window. It's the cheapest that I can get around here, and you can get them several places. I can even order them through Home Depot, but I order them from a local place here, Crimp Lumber Company, and they're cheaper. They come in about 5 or 6 days, and I've just never had an issue. So I just buy them from a local lumber yard rather than the big box store. So that's what we got. So. Let's get us a quick look here. This is our strips and our filler space. Oh, got a phone call. This is Eric. May I help you? Okay, well, that phone call was for an inspection that I got to go do. So, this is why this house doesn't get done. So, but that's okay. That's my job. So I'm going to have to put all this back in here and secure this back up. And we'll work on this in the morning. Let me get the drill here. Put some of these screws back in here. Going to say, well, that's real secure. Well, you're right. It isn't very secure at all. But I got to do something to keep that window in there. So, anyway, all right. Show you more. Run, Tallulah, run. Hi, baby.